two of us got to play Spider-Man this week. One of us didn't. And that one person's not fucking upset about it whatsoever. Well, welcome everybody. It is the time of week again for the Cream of the Crop podcast. As always, I am joined by my two lovely friends here, Porto and Olas. We are here in a 2-week span because, god damn it, I can't just figure it out, can I?
No.
We are once again 2 weeks behind on my issues because I'm terrible on Sundays. But nonetheless, we are here and we will make the best of it and have a good night of wrestling and other stuff. You can kindly take your fist and fuck yourself for whatever you just did. I didn't even see it. I just saw a hand motion and
Oh, I was just saying it was me last time, but that's okay. Like before the last,
yeah, well, you know,
because I was on vacation.
I'm like two of the reasons we've done it in the last 3 months. So
Yeah, I was trying to give you an out, but yeah, no, it's absolutely your fault, you know. And
it's fine.
I'm a good one.
It's fine. I'm
Yeah.
a masochist. I like being tell me I'm a bad boy.
Yo,
I'll spit on you later. It's okay.
yo.
You know, that's about as good of a segue as we'll get into this. So, as always, we like to start our podcast with a little This Week in Geek. And I have probably the most toxic story, or at least online story, that I think I've ever heard. So apparently, some Overwatch 2 players got on Reddit and complained that they were, in their words, held hostage in a quick play game for over 30 minutes. So the article goes on to say that they played a team that, and I love how they phrase this, is they played in a game where the teams were heinously unmatched. And so apparently this team just decided to choose violence and spawn trapped this team. And one would think, okay, then they probably capped point real quick. No. For over 20 minutes, they did not capture the point and just simply killed this team in their spawn. And then to make matters worse, the game went into overtime, and they had one person who would continuously restart the overtime by touching point to make the game go on for an additional 10 minutes. And by the end of this, and I have it's hilarious. I have the after action report here, if you will. So this is from tank to healers, the eliminations. Jesus, I'd have left. I'd have uninstalled this game. You have 68, 114 eliminations, 84 eliminations, 69 eliminations, fucking nice. And 61 eliminations. Those last two were from the healers. The healers got quadruple the amount of eliminations that the entire team did.
It's incredible.
And you know what? My hat's off to this team for staying and taking this ass whooping. I respect it out of just, I guess, sympathy. Because God knows I'd have broke a computer and uninstalled this game and you'd never see me on it again. But hopefully those guys, didn't hurt themselves too much afterwards. I'm sure they continued to play and were in good spirits afterwards. And
Yeah, great.
Totally.
no one got blamed for that loss. That is the
Controllers were perfectly fine after that game.
That is the most visual version of team death I have ever seen. And then so next story is, and then I'm actually about this because I enjoyed the show when I was a kid, and Olash, you might have enjoyed this show as well because this seems like something you'd be into.
Fuck yeah.
Gargoyles, the children's, I don't want to say it's a children because it was pretty dark when I was a kid of like TV show.
I mean, they had a discount version of the clan in it. for their last season. When people really don't like to talk about.
But apparently Disney is planning to make a live action version of Gargoyles. I would have.
David is not voicing.
I would have been happy with just another cartoon version, but nonetheless, we're all in the world of live action, so it looks like the original creator is coming back, and one of the main directors and writers is the same writer from Annabelle and like all that series, and will also be assisting directing. It looks like.
Wait, are they making like a horror?
That's what I'm wondering, is if it's gonna be
like a big horror director. I get like the initial scenes of Gargoyle, like them breaking out of the stone. You wouldn't want to get a horror director for that. Because initially they're supposed to be scary looking, and then you realize they're just fucking Care Bears in the sky.
So it does not look like they've announced any of the cast yet of who's being who or voices or anything.
If David is not a part of this fucking movie, I'm not going to see it. That's all I wish for.
Well, apparently, so it looks like there was a film adaptation that they attempted to make back in 2010, but it ended up stalling out.
I remember that. It ended up in production hell.
Yeah. As of right now, there's no timeline for the debut of it. They've simply just kind of announced that they're doing it. So I'm excited for that. I think that'd be interesting. From what I remember, it was a popular show. It only had 3 seasons, but you know, all things considered, for what the show was, 3 seasons is quite a bit. Like I said, I was a huge fan of it growing up. I had the fucking toys and everything.
I'm more of a fan of the Mighty Ducks.
See, I couldn't do. Maybe it makes me un-American. I don't like the Mighty Ducks in any iteration.
I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about the cartoon.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying in any iteration, I don't like the Mighty Ducks.
Ducks were aliens. The Quack Attack.
Oh my god.
The fuck what they smoked when they thought this
there's a lot of TV shows from like our early generation that I wish they would bring back.
Lloyd in Space.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know about that. But...
Look, Disney Animation were like they were a bunch of swings.
Yeah.
Cause you have the Mighty Ducks, fucking Lloyd in Space, Gargoyles. What the fuck was that cat? Like a cat that was a cop.
Bobcat.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Bobcat.
He looked like a discount version of Chester Cheeto.
Gotcha. I don't remember
Which is a
that
cop.
It's got to be Bobcat. Hold on, I gotta find it now. It's gonna piss me off.
Exactly. Bonkers.
I still
Bonkers,
see. Oh
yes.
god.
1993.
That's all right. I fucking remember.
They only had 1 season. No, 4 seasons. I'm wrong.
Yeah, and I watched them because that was my era. I was. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Where did I pull that shit from?
I don't know.
Unlocked that memory.
You,
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I had.
Sorry. Look. I have like Fillmore. They can't do that anymore. They can't do that shit anymore.
I remember watching because with having kids around the house and everything.
Yeah.
The new SpongeBob they do.
It's cringe.
I don't know when the change for cartoon comedy just became random bullshit nonsense.
Well, that's the comedic style these days.
Is that just because like I know it's some of the YouTubers as well, because like my nephews watch these guys. And like they'll watch people that I know, like Laser. Was it?
Laser Beam.
Is that the Australian?
Yeah, I know you're talking. Yeah.
Which I don't mind him. I think some of his stuff's pretty funny. And they're big into Mr. Beast right now, which I get why people like Mr. Beast, especially in that age group.
He's in the shitter right now.
Is he?
Yeah, there was a whole thing about some chick complaining.
No, she already rescinded it.
Okay, because no one fucking cared. That was the thing. No one fucking cared.
And she messaged him about not wanting drama, and then posted all the screenshots of the DM.
And made drama, yeah.
And made it a thing, and then it was and then she got a bunch of blowback from people that were like, "What are you doing?" And she was like, "I got a bunch of death threats," which is probably true, which is
Oh
sad.
yeah,
You
Mr.
know,
Beast fans are fucking
yeah,
insanely
it's
crazy.
Well,
insane.
it's all
but
12-year-olds that you
Yeah.
know, yeah.
They don't know fucking better.
yeah, it's stupid, but also you were just dumb for doing this. And he offered like 4 times to be like, "Hey, let's talk on the
Yeah.
phone." Because listen, no matter what happens in the day and age of, oh, we got to screenshot everything so I can get you and blah 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 blah. Talking on the phone or like in
It was
person or however is way easier to convey things.
Like-
So many things can get misinterpreted or
Yeah.
miscommunicated via
Yeah.
text that like
Well, so
voice
what
inflections don't.
the whole thing was they were doing a hide and seek thing, and
2 years
apparently
ago.
she got 2 years ago, she got third place, but the way they edited it and made it seem like Logan Paul got third place,
Who
and
the
took her
fuck
out of that.
cares?
Exactly.
He does.
That was the initial
That's it.
response.
You
Who
know what?
cares?
If I just got asked to be on a Mr. Beast video, I'm just happy there. Like that's I'm cool with that.
Exactly.
I don't need
So
to
it's
win.
like- if she didn't win, who cares? Like,
too many people,
Oh, but she was top
motherfuckers.
3, and it made her self-confident.
You know what that sounds like? You were
something, and I'm
second
like,
loser. That's what it was. You were.
yeah, you still lost. Who
Like,
cares?
you
You still
know,
got paid
just-
for this.
Not
But
to,
yeah,
not to sound like Ricky Bobby here, but like you know.
But I
God.
think the thing with cartoons nowadays, because I had like this perfect moment of just like, what the fuck. My grandma had like her coworker over, and she brought her kids. So it's like, oh, put something on, right? And they said, oh, we want to watch Teen Titans.
Oh,
My
God.
dumbass
Oh,
My dumbass, without thinking,
don't even get
on
me
the
started on that
put on
shit.
the original. No, I put on the original Teen Titans first episode, looked me dead in my face, and said, "What is this? This sucks.
Get out
This
of my
is not
house.
Teen Titans."
Get out.
Because they wanted to
And
watch
then-
Teen Titans Go.
Exactly.
You can
Yeah.
Teen Titan go fuck yourself. That's what you-
But I ended up putting on. I'm like, okay, this is what this is now.
Jeez,
I think
yeah.
it's just because I remember cartoons being dumb as hell as a kid.
Sure.
But also you had the mixture of serious shows, like shows that actually took themselves somewhat serious. You had your Batman the animated animated series, your Superman the animated series, Teen Titans, Osmosis Jones.
Oh God, that was a good.
Yeah, like you had the mixture of, oh, if you don't want just stupid goofiness 24/7, there's some alternatives. You just wait.
Osmosis Jones is probably on the list of like the few movies that turned into TV adaptations that actually were successful.
Yeah, but they couldn't get what was it? Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, or Chris Tucker.
Chris Rock was in the movie. Yeah, but then the show is like they just got someone to impersonate him. Yeah,
it's like I would say that, and then the Lilo and Stitch TV show I think did really well.
Because that could work. The premise was easy. They basically did Pokemon.
Pretty much, yeah. But see, I remember the random shows like Ed, Ed and Eddie and all that stuff still had premises to the episode.
Right.
Like where there was an obvious linear story of point A to point B. I watched, they had me watching some, what was it? Gumball?
Gumball's okay.
Bro, it's a fucking LSD trip.
Okay, Gumball is one of the few shows that, like, it seems like it's mindless stupid, but the writers seem fucking brilliant sometimes. Like, I hate to defend stuff like this. It's like regular you have your regular shows. You have Gumball, which was supposed to get a movie and a new series on HBO Max, but got canceled secretly.
Gumball, or
yeah, because the show ended,
Jeez.
and then it was supposed to have its own movie, and which led into a new series, but it all just got mysteriously.
All I want is Young Justice season whatever
5. They're on 5. Yeah,
they're not going.
I don't think,
but they've canceled it.
What is it?
Oh, they canceled it
officially.
Yeah, they came out. They came out months ago and said that they were no longer pursuing that project, which is fucking stupid. Just like, you know, and I don't know why I'm surprised, because that's exactly like a Warner Brother move to absolutely not pursue the show that everybody actually wants to see, and do whatever random bullshit live action they keep doing that's all garbage. Yeah. And if you're one of those people that tells me Teen Titans the live action's any good, you're fucking kidding yourself. Nothing about it's good. I would say the only saving grace of that show is Dick Grayson in like the first season. After that, he's annoying.
What do you mean? Fuck Batman.
He's only good in the first season. After that, he's annoying. But that's a different tangent for a different day. So last story, for oddly enough, wrestling related because I tried my best. Vince McMahon was attending a Tyson Fury fight over the weekend with Undertaker.
Which
they're adorable.
Fuck off. He got robbed. Tyson Fury's a fucking cheater.
Yeah, well, that's
fucking illegal. The most blatant illegal elbow in the fucking world.
Fight was fixed.
Yeah.
What they did in fucking, what was it, Saudi Arabia?
Yep.
Yeah.
Of fucking course.
It was cute to see them together like a married couple.
No, because Kane was there too.
Oh, let's see. I didn't see the shots of Kane. I just saw Undertaker and I was like, oh, he's taking us down out to a show.
Yeah. Grandpa.
They had Vince
Grandpa,
next
Dad,
to like
weird racist uncle.
Yeah, they had Vince sitting next to like Eminem or some shit at one point.
That's great.
Like that. Yeah, it was a weird
mental picture. Like, oh, I wonder what their conversation would be like if Eminem just started talking and Vince just looked at him.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
He just look. It's such good shit.
It's such good shit.
Just
he goes, I used to wear a do-rag too.
Okay. Didn't someone like interview Undertaker after the fight and he said like the fakest fight he's seen?
That's kind of what I was getting into, is because they kind of talked about McMahon and Dana White's kind of back and forth. Because for those who don't know, Dana White and Vince McMahon don't really like each other.
Yeah.
Which is odd because they're literally just the iteration of the same person.
That's why.
Yeah.
But so Dana White has previously been on the record saying that his history with Vince isn't a good one. He's tried to mess with him and all that stuff. But since their partnership, he's put it in the past. And apparently Vince has been a very good partner with him since the merger. And they kind of go into the busting each other's balls and all that stuff. And, that Dana doesn't do that, which. And then they asked Undertaker and kind of his opinion about the situation, and says they're both good businessmen and all that stuff, but then says McMahon's the better businessman because
technically he's right, but
but the real concerning part about this is well, not concerning because he's getting old, so it's natural, but Vince McMahon's sporting the cane, the pimp cane.
Isn't that just? I don't think that's because of his age. I thought it was because of back surgery.
Did he? Is that? I wasn't sure.
He had major surgery on his back.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe that's what it was.
Like right after the merger, I think.
Gotcha. Well, hopefully he has a good recovery then. And I was like, because Olaf sent me a video of it. I was like, oof, man.
Yeah, he was running. He was moving a little ragged, but
yeah, back surgery.
Still probably moving better than Shane is right now.
If there was a God, Vince would be. No.
Jesus Christ! Oh, you're getting ahead of me.
Easy there, Christian.
You're getting ahead of me.
I need to meet Christian again, just to tell him my dad is dead. Again, met him before. Kind of a dickhead. Still to this day.
Well, I guess we'll do that one first, since you've segued us into that one. We're not gonna talk about a lot of AEW because we have a lot to cover today as far as wrestling businesses that are important.
Since I'm the only AEW fan here.
Oh.
Olaf's kind of likes it.
Can I call myself an AEW fan while wearing the CM Punk shirt?
Yes.
Yeah, that's even more of a fan.
No. Have y'all heard this?
He's the one under the mask.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah. Once again, I think you sent that to me or us or something. I saw it somewhere.
This is, if it's true, like if it legit happens and it's CM Punk under the mask, it will be the greatest thing.
I tell you, if that's what they do, I will absolutely start watching every episode of AEW.
Oh yeah, no. If it turns out that it's just CM Punk,
what a fucking! I'll get on this podcast and give Tony Khan a standing ovation. because that
Jack
is
Perry.
The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was
pretending he
saying that
doesn't
they-
exist.
exactly.
Just pretending he got fired.
It's pretending he beat the shit out of Jack Perry, but that's
Is Jack Perry under the mask? Honestly,
probably
is.
probably is.
But you
that
had
shit was-
Ric Flair
Yeah, being the special
wheel his
gift
way to the
Sting.
ring. God, that motherfucker's old as fuck, and he's still doing
Just
it.
think about that for a second. I bought you a gift.
It's Ric
Ric
Flair.
Flair.
It's Ric Flair. I bought
Woo!
you Ric Flair. He's
Isn't
yours
St-
now.
That's odd because isn't
Sting-
Ric Flair the one that's used to actually buying other people?
What do you mean buying other people?
Well, usually preferably women, I'm assuming. But
Oh, okay. There's two ways this could go.
I mean, he's old
Wasn't,
enough.
it-
He's old enough, so I figured.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, for what was it for Sting's retirement?
They weren't doing any yard work there, Porto. It's
Oh my
okay.
god. Yeah, there we go. That's strike three. It's been
All
a
right,
good
it's-
run.
It's work all over again.
Yeah, at least we're fun here about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ric Flair
Oh,
made a return to, I guess, hug Sting because I guess they're
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
friends. Which I mean, I assume they are because he was a big part of his career.
But Tony Khan's
Um,
been trying to bring Ric Flair in for a minute.
I mean,
and
he
it
ain't
was
gonna
always-
wrestle. I mean, there's no
No,
shot
no,
they're gonna let
it's-
this mom.
It's Ric Flair's 743rd retirement match.
I mean, he is on his retirement tour right now.
It's kind of ironic because
He's been on his retirement tour since WrestleMania 24, bro. Like,
This
what are we
is
talking
true.
about?
retired from TNA, retired from retiring.
That match with Andrade where he doesn't remember anything.
Hey, if Sting retires like one more time, he'll be tied with Ric Flair for the amount of retirements and comebacks. But
Will
but
they
yeah, he
beat
came out
Ric
and then
Flair?
Christian, hit him with just the best line.
There is
if-
no God.
If God was real, Ric Flair would have died 20 years
20
ago.
years It's funny because you can see they cut to Ric Flair and he's definitely laughing.
Uh-huh.
Like he's trying to not to laugh
Just-
because he even thinks that's a great line.
I think the only way it'd have been better is if Jay Lethal had have brought his ass back out and then
And
just
just did
have
a
a woo off again. Oh my god, I'd have lost it. That'd have been fantastic. That is still to this day my favorite Ric Flair, Jay Lethal and or Ric Flair moment. It's just that stupid ass 5-minute promo they go on.
The jacket thrown on the ground.
The only one better is Stone Cold telling him to calm down or he'll blow out his peacemaker.
I don't know. The one with him and Kurt, where like all three of those guys in the ring were like drenched in sweat. It was like Flair, Triple H, and Kurt Angle in the ring, and they're having that woo off too. But like all of them are just soaked through their fucking dress shirts and shit.
It's a man like sweaty men. It's
Big meaty men bumping meat.
men.
Forget your 5-star classics.
Not me.
Mitzer gave that one a 5-star. Oh Lord.
And the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Big
four
meaty
and a
men
half
bumping
star.
meat.
But then you had MJF versus Kenny Omega for the
I
title.
wish
Fantastic.
had more build.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
that's
agree.
the only knock. I mean, it was a
Great
cool
match.
like it was cool that they did the it's 13 days bitch and then it was 3 days bitch and then Like-
I did not know what he meant by the 13 days bitch. I had to look that up. When he first did it, I'm like,
yeah.
what was that about? And then looked up like, oh
for
yeah,
for those that don't know, what is it in reference?
Kenny Omega was the longest reigning AEW World Champion. And 2 weeks before MJF would break that record, MJF would sneakily just talk to Kenny Omega and say, 13 days, bitch.
I think
And then the match was-
tomorrow
Yeah,
I
he
think
breaks that.
tomorrow breaks the record.
Yep. So now MJF is now your longest reigning AEW World Champion.
Okay.
Yep.
No, I thought the match, as far as AEW's matches go,
Solid.
was a solid match. I hate having this critique because it's kind of a cake and eat it too critique. Of these matches are so good, but also I question if they need to be as long as they are. But
For that match, it makes
For a
sense.
world
yeah, because
championship match,
we
it
had
makes
this issue
sense.
when we watched All In, where like
Every
Florida,
match
you and I
doesn't
were
need to
like,
be 20, 30
well,
minutes.
like the Adam Cole match, where I'm like, okay, this match has gone on 10 minutes longer than it needed to.
Yeah.
Whereas this one, it went long. I don't necessarily think that it didn't, like, it could have ended and it'd been fine, but I think it going on also wasn't a huge deal because it was a good story tell.
It helps when they actually sell.
That too.
So they did that spot through the table and they sold it. They didn't get up in 10 seconds and then throw each other back in the ring and then do stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't.
That table spot scared me, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, when they teeter-tottered back. Yeah.
It did not look like they landed great.
No. I really thought MJF would have broke his arm or something.
Well, it didn't even look, it looked like he took it all neck into that.
I thought it was more like neck to shoulder.
It reminded me of a reverse of that Batista John Cena spot from Royal Rumble 2005.
Oh, yeah.
When he goes to powerbomb him, but he took him too far back. Like, he went too far back and he caught himself and corrected it. But yeah, it looked rough.
I saw it, I go,
thankfully everybody was okay.
God, like that's
with the finish being what, a Panama Sunrise and then a Heat Seeker.
Yeah.
Shout out to Adam Cole.
I do like the you say the sell. There was I think to me only one spot where I didn't like that they didn't sell it that well. But in this day and age, nobody really sells like outside the ring shit that well. Because you had Kenny Omega do the over the top rope on the MJF, throw him back in, and then he immediately does like the dive. I was like, okay, well, yes, yeah, all right.
Yeah, that was the only spot, but the rest of the match made up for that one spot where you're like, I could have done without it.
Yeah,
but
I think this was better than the Adam Cole
let it
match.
Breathe a little bit. Yeah, if they let it breathe like another 10-20 seconds, that would have been fine.
Yeah,
that would have. Then there's no critique for the match almost at all. But yeah, I mean that I can ignore that when the rest of the match is really.
No,
solid.
I don't disagree. And like I said,
it's when it's too much of one thing where the match it takes away from the match and now the match is no longer solid. That's where my critiques always come from, where it's like I could have a rough spot here or a rough spot there, but like if it's just like fuck, I wanted to like it, then you did this, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get back into it, and then you take me out of it again, and I'm like, fuck. All right, come on, no, it's all right. Like,
biggest complaint, not enough Canadian destroyers.
they had one.
You know, yeah. Just it was needed 3 more. You know, I needed Kenny to get right back up and just do the exact same thing to him. No,
I mean the Heat Seeker is like half.
Yeah, I guess technically, yeah. It's like a half a rotation of a Canadian destroyer. Yeah. Which I will say, he does that move. Like, it's such a simple move.
But it looks like it fucking murders.
Yeah, and it's like Orton's, DDT, where it's like it's nothing major.
Spike, yeah.
But it's just the ferocity that he does it with. You're like, that guy's dead. Like, it's like Jesus Christ.
It helps that everyone sells it like they just got the worst concussion of their life.
So yeah, and that's the big thing. I just had a funny interaction on Twitter where somebody was asking about LA Knight's BFT. And people go back and forth with it. And somebody was like, yeah, if it's sold right, it looks good. And I'm like, that's every move ever.
Yeah. I mean, that's a
because if it's not sold well,
it just looks
dumb. But quickly bumping ahead for half a second just to make the point, Roman sells that thing phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I was going to get to that later in, but yeah, that's
so
SmackDown,
it makes the move look good. Whereas the RKO usually looks good. Batista always sold it like shit because he never hit the floor. He would kind of push up position and not quite hit the floor, and always made it look bad. But then a Triple H or somebody else would always make that look solid.
I'll tell you another one couldn't sell that move or shit was Undertaker. Undertaker could not sell the RKO or shit. Because you had the one where he turns it into a fucking neck breaker because he spins with it like an idiot. It's like, ugh. But yeah, no, I saw that in watching SmackDown where, at the very end, he tries to go for the spear on him. And I go, God damn, he sold the shit out of that. Like,
Yep.
it looked real good, you know. And it's a shame because you know he ain't gonna fucking win.
Jimmy's
no.
didn't look. Jimmy's cell didn't look that good. Roman's
Jimmy
looked
can't sell,
fantastic.
and I stand by this. Jimmy can't sell nothing. He is not good in the like, and I think it's become more apparent to me since they've separated him and Jay. Is like
balls.
Jimmy's just not that good. He's okay, you know, but and I guess it's good they're making him more of the comedic, you know.
I was gonna say character work has been pretty on point because he could have easily gotten lost in the shuffle like mid-match, and he's telling the ref that he's cheating while he's in an arm lock.
But I mean,
It's
I
just
think
fun.
that's just the saving grace is that he's able to hold up the kind of the comedic bit of it because his in-ring stuff's just kind of boring to me. And
Well-
maybe I'm the only one that thinks that, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I just and it makes me look now where I'm like, man, that is kind of most of the Uso stuff I remember. A lot of it is Jay, you know, or it's like he's kind of leading the moments of it. It's like, I never really paid that much of attention until now. But
Jimmy has some of the worst ring gear right now.
oh, you didn't like his red on red on red on red?
I'm still pissed off about the color coordination thing.
Again, red on
Why
red
do
on
you
red
have
on
it?
red, bro.
Not the
Why
guy
you
in the
have-
blue show's wearing red, and the guy in the red show's wearing blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't even address why.
No.
This has been a perfect thing for
Wow.
Kevin Owens to look at him and go, "Why?
Right.
What the fuck is it with? What is it with all the red?"
I did very much love the I'm on the injured list. I can't do nothing. And
Yeah.
Roman goes, "What? I'm off the injured list. I could do something."
Oh Lord.
That was
I feel
solid.
like the
Yeah,
whole
that backstage thing was a
work,
little it was good.
He just goes yeet.
All
I told
right. So we're gonna
I
run
don't
through
like that. Yeah.
you. Straight. I don't like it.
we're gonna run
Told you I
through
don't
2
like that.
weeks, and I believe in us.
Yeah. My guy.
I like I said that, and there's just no backup whatsoever.
There's no confidence in this one, man.
All right.
we got this.
Raw last week. And we're not gonna go like
Match for
Bit
match.
by bit, yeah.
I just we have it listed in this way just so I could remember what all actually happened. Ricochet doing what he does best, jobbing out to everybody. Although I say that I thought the match looked really well. For a false count, I think it wasn't slow. They got to each point, but total story with it. Ultimately, Shinsuke wins, which I don't think any of us were surprised by that. I was surprised there wasn't
Makes sense.
interference, but I guess because now they have Rollins moving on to McIntyre, that that story's kind of done.
They're not, yeah.
I hate that it's Ricochet because I genuinely enjoy Ricochet. I just until he gets better mic skills, they're not going to do shit with him.
I think
Well,
he's
I
okay
don't-
on the mic. It's not necessarily that. It's,
I
don't
do
think
like
so.
an aggressive version of him. I would like to see them kind of push a more like not full heel, but like absolutely attack somebody backstage or like,
Like his ongoing beef with Logan Paul,
I guess
Yeah.
kind of, yeah.
which is ironic. Like,
Yeah,
I find the whole bit of Logan Paul pulling a Dylan Dennis on Ricochet ironic. Like no one has the hindsight of looking at this,
I still wish they
like-
bring Puma back, let him be Prince
I
Puma.
don't think they have the rights to do that.
no.
I think
I'm
Lucha
sure they
Underground
don't, but
owns-
it still would be cool.
Oh, him putting on a mask and just like fucking people up. Yeah, he
No.
owns it.
I absolutely think if there was anybody that was going to take Ray's spot when Ray retires, I would be fine with it being him and let him be the luchador. If they're going to do Santos, the guy's got to start winning fucking matches.
Nah, bro, it's Sin Cara. What are you talking about?
Mystico.
Yeah, can we segue real quick? Just a brief moment. Can everybody stop pretending to be Mystico fans all of a sudden? I'm getting real tired of that shit.
What do you mean,
He
man?
has one match in AEW and everybody's like, "Oh my god, he's the greatest luchador ever." And I'm like, "You guys were just shitting on this dude like fucking 4 years ago when he was watching everything left and right
Wasn't it?
before he got fucking."
Yeah, because
Did they bring the trampoline back at least?
no, I don't
That
think
was
he
the
did.
best part of him was the entrance that he hit only 90% of the time.
Yeah, and then
I don't get
Hunico
the
did it
light.
better for years anyway, so it didn't matter.
I didn't get the light thing.
Oh, the orange, blue,
Oh,
whatever the
yeah.
fuck, the mood lighting. Yeah,
mood lighting.
I'm just saying, like, I
Fucking
understood, like, they were trying to make a thing of it. They shouldn't have rushed him, because he couldn't speak English, so
Yeah.
that didn't help him with that. And I knew that created, I mean, dude's a piece of shit anyway, but it created a lot of resentment for like Del Rio, who came in and then had to go through
Another
development
piece of
and
shit.
speak English and blah 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 blah. And then the guy's botching every match that he has.
Yeah.
And then everybody's shitting on him for botching it. And then Hunico replaces him, has a solid run in that same gimmick without any of the same issues. Goes away for years, has one match in AEW, greatest luchador ever. I'm like, guys, come on, don't do that. You can be an AEW fan. You can be a fan of whatever. Don't act like this is the greatest guy that ever fucking wore a mask and breathed ever just because he had a match in AEW and it was like, oh, WWE dropped the ball. No, he dropped the ball. That motherfucker couldn't put together a match to save his life. He cut that one match early with Del Rio because he fucking dislocated his finger. Like,
He didn't
Jesus.
dislocate. He jammed his finger.
right.
He bitched about it.
Yeah. And it was like, oh. Like, nah, dude, finish the fucking match.
Man up.
Like,
Hawk finished with a broken leg.
Kurt did a fucking Olympic wrestling match, but a
The broken freaking neck.
freaking neck. Cody with the torn pec. Triple H at one point with the torn pec and the quad and the,
Yeah.
like, all these guys went through.
Match.
Shane
Yeah.
McMahon. Oh wait, no, that didn't work out that way.
Okay.
Snoop Dogg
I
had
was
to
about to-
intervene
Yeah. Shane.
with the
Shane
shittiest.
Hey. Shane with that crazy concussion in King of the Ring 2001 because he
I
couldn't go through the glass, or 2002,
Oh,
2001,
yeah.
2002. I don't remember which one.
Have
it
you
was.
ever
I
seen
know
the
what you mean.
interview about that with Angle?
Yes.
So, and I don't know if you've ever seen it. So they asked Angle about that, where it's like, what happened when you didn't send him through? He goes, oh, well, I fucking realized that it was plexiglass. And he goes, I go to call an audible with Shane, and Shane goes, you better get me through that fucking glass.
You're gonna do it. Shane back then is a fucking demon.
Just you better get me through it.
Hell,
Just
yeah, but real, not
just
do
put me
it.
through it. Yeah, just go.
That
Do it
guy's
again.
probably had just like, because I think how many concussion that guy's probably gotten from this business. Because I think the Reigns spear,
A spear? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
there's
thought you
no
were
way
talking
that
about.
wasn't a concussion. Like, there's no
Oh, no, he
way.
admits that was a concussion.
No, it was, yeah.
Yeah, that was a clear concussion.
That was
Because he
rough.
kicked out. It's like they just tried to counter. Like,
Dude
man,
thought he
ring
was
the
back in
bell.
WCW. Okay, before we get to it, because
Yeah,
we could
before
go
we-
on that for.
in front of his
Yeah.
kids too. That
Yeah.
was awful. Because that was one of the rare chances of Randy Orton breaking character and just going to his kids and like, "Yo, he's
And
all
just
right.
keeping him, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, your dad's just concussed, man."
Yeah.
Just
He's
got
in
knocked
another
the
planet
fuck
right
out.
now, but he's okay. Yeah.
He'll come back eventually. They're setting, they set up Rollins, McIntyre, which,
Yep.
I
I'm cool with it.
honestly don't know who's gonna win that.
I
It
want
isn't
any-
super obvious to me.
Oh, it's Rollins, but I want the belt off Rollins. I really do.
I just don't feel like they're doing
I-
anything with him right now with it.
I
Or if they're
hate-
gonna do, he needs to be heel Rollins. I feel like
It's not even that. His gimmick is just so fucking
it
annoying.
is his gimmick. I
Exactly.
didn't think he had it. I thought he was just dressing weird.
He's dressing. He's acting like fucking Elton John.
Yeah, kind of. It's because he had his whole little cult thing that
He's Rocket. Man.
when Buddy Murphy left, they kind of just dissolved, but he
Yeah,
still
he
kind
never
of
really
he kind of
never really
stayed in
changed
that
his
character.
character when he turned back to face. Yeah, it was just a weird thing. I was happy Rollins won originally, but they're not doing like, it's been lackluster. So unless like this McIntyre thing ends up being really good and they can draw that out a little bit more, I'm okay with Rollins retaining at first. Send McIntyre over the edge, full on heel, because
Yeah.
he's obviously like kind of tweening at the moment.
Yeah.
Send them over the edge, go ape shit, be that killer he was. What was that, 2019 before he went face?
The Scottish psychopath.
Was it
Yeah.
like COVID era or
No,
Before
pre-COVID?
COVID.
No, this was before COVID because this is
Yeah.
when this is Dean was around. Dean
Yeah,
Ambrose
Was he
around during this.
facing his COVID title run?
he was
Yes.
face for the title
Yes.
run. Yeah.
Because he was the face of the company. Because Randy Orton was the heel at that time.
Gotcha.
But this is
Uh,
Dirty Dogs era, Drew. Like
Gotcha.
between that, when he was teaming with Dolph,
Golf, yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
because he's not dead yet.
Dead to the company.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to get him back. Because he was Raw Tag Team Champions with Dolph at that
Yep.
time. They lost the belts to Seth and Dean. That's when Dean turned.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
Not tonight, of all nights. Sorry.
Well, because then McIntyre was Reigns' WrestleMania match when he came back from leukemia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that, yeah.
Huh. Because I don't remember.
He came back like I think February, so like right in time for
No,
WrestleMania
'cause-
season.
Roman when he came back
Yeah.
from leukemia.
Yeah.
Oh, why am I confusing that for something else? I'm confusing the leukemia return for when he
With the
did
COVID disappear? Yeah. Oh, because he was supposed to
Yeah.
wrestle Goldberg,
Goldberg.
and then it ended up being Braun because
no,
of COVID, and then he came back at
SummerSlam.
no one needed it. No one
SummerSlam.
wanted that. It was fine.
No.
No,
Bill, I enjoy Bill Goldberg. He needs to just stay retired.
he's joining AEW. Come on,
God
man.
damn it.
I hope
It's
so.
gonna
Figure it out.
happen. And it's gonna be the funniest thing because he's gonna hire Matt Riddle. We're gonna get that Goldberg Riddle match.
Finally.
Fucking.
uh,
I hope this doesn't make it to Tony Khan in some shape or fashion because he might do it.
was
He
this Gargano's first singles match back that he
Yeah.
loses?
Yes, it's Gargano. Who cares?
I care because I like Gargano.
Well, they're
like him too,
building the
but-
DIY thing, so
Yeah.
that's fine.
Did they not
Uh,
confirm that already? I thought that was like the whole.
No, but they're building DIY as a,
Okay.
as
Haven't
a
had a
team
match
again,
yet.
and
They haven't had an
Uh,
actual match together.
Gotcha.
no, and they're pushing Kaiser pretty decently at the moment,
And
which
they're
is
also
funny that they're
having-
pushing Kaiser and not Giovanni
Giovanni.
Vinci.
This fucking name sucks.
What was his name before that? It was
Ludwig Kaiser. No, fuck.
no, that was
Donovan-
Marthel Barthel.
Yeah,
Marthel Barthel.
Donovan something.
Jesus Christ. These names.
Yeah. I just want Walter. I just want Walter back. I'm sorry.
Kind of. It is what it is.
Gunther still fucking sucks.
Speaking of
Fabian
Gunther,
Eichner.
Fabian. Yeah. Okay. That's.
Okay,
you
I
had Gunther
need-
defending against Bronson Reed. Is it Bronson indeed?
Big Bronson Reed.
Again, that guy's terrible. I'm sorry.
He's not bad.
He's terrible.
No.
He's not bad, but he's just
I would rather watch.
Every now and again, you get these like weird takes about guys with like the same thing with Gunther that you just have this weird take
He's
about.
terrible.
Yeah, he
Okay,
hates.
So I will say
hate
this, and you all will be
Gunther, you
happy
hate
about
Eddie
this.
Kingston.
You will be
It's
happy
kinda
about
crazy.
this. Gunther is growing on me. The more I've watched, he is growing on me. Bronson Reed is trash. Well, he's not trash. I just don't enjoy it. I
You
don't.
put
I
him in
don't.
the same category as your Eddie Kingston's.
Give it time.
Everyone
Eddie
likes him,
Kingston
and
is
you hate him.
terrible. You
No,
will
he's
never
not.
change my mind. He is just a guy. That is his gimmick. He's
That's
just a
everybody.
guy.
No, he's not. He's the guy.
We
Eddie Kingston is the guy that makes everyone feel.
He's
something.
Rocky Balboa if he went to drugs. That's all
We,
he
uh,
is.
we did skip over the Kofi and Ivar match.
Because
That
nobody
was a-
cares. That's why.
No. That was a solid match, bro. What are you talking about? And they got
Viking rules, fucking shit. God
nah,
damn.
but they got a ton of praise backstage because they put on a hell of
It's
a
a
match.
great-
No, it
Yeah,
would, he's one of those that he surprises me how athletic he is for the size that he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For as much as they're like having the same feud for a while, they're really doing
They try to make the
justice
most of it.
for Ivar. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're really putting on like quality matches.
He's no Brody King, but
No, the match itself
Okay.
was fine. I get tired of the fucking
big man
Uh,
beef.
gimmicky Viking. Like
Yeah, no,
But
I
they
mean,
can
this,
only
Just
do
let it be a
Viking
no
rule matches.
DQ match. That's all. Just say no DQ. I don't.
well, every gimmick match is literally just a no DQ match.
I know. That's why. Just
I
don't.
just hate the street. I hate the street fight ones. Where it's like,
What is
oh,
the
it's
difference between a
Chicago street fight.
DQ and a street
Yeah.
fight?
Nothing.
Okay, it is. I just always assumed there was a difference.
Just sometimes they wear jeans.
It's Dean Ambrose.
That's yeah. Well, no, I mean,
but no, I just Bronson Reed. It's not even so much of his in ring to me that's the issue. Like he moved. Like I think he's fine in ring. It's just his character itself is boring to me. That is my issue with Bronson. For those that cared, I know nobody does. But and then they set up the women's fatal 5-way, which I think is going to be a good match. I hope it's a good match because it's a good card.
And Nia Jax is part of this match.
Well, besides that, I just hope they beat the shit out of her.
if they do
I
with
mean, you can just
her,
jump her.
if they do with her what they did with that fatal 4-way when it was it Charlotte, Sasha, Bailey, and Nia, or was it Becky and I think it was Bailey and Nia, where they like all just teamed up on Nia and then took her out of the match and then
God, I hope that's
had like a triple threat match and then she would come back, rock shit for a few minutes, and then they would all take her out again and then have a match. Like that would be fine if that's how they do that.
yeah. Like I said, I think it'll be a decent.
Did I
I
break
feel
your
that-
brain for a second? What happened? You went blank on me there.
Who mirrored?
Porto, yeah, he's.
Oh, sorry. I had nothing. Thought I pulled an Olaf and just it just froze.
Yeah, except you didn't actually like physically freeze. You just froze, like as your brain froze. I was,
Oh,
I was
no.
concerned for you for a second.
You said something about Nia Jax having a decent match. Then he kind of was just like,
No. I didn't say it was a decent match. I said if they do what they did with that
it'll be
one
a
match,
decent.
it would be a decent match.
I
No.
feel like the only, which I guess Nia Jax is a weird fit into this match, but I guess with her doing the comeback and putting it on blast,
Not-
Shayna
honestly,
Baszler seems like a weird addition.
No, after
to this.
the Ronda thing, they've been trying to build her up too.
Have they?
Yeah.
I haven't. I guess I just haven't seen much with her.
this is the thing.
Um,
What are the chances they do a title switch in this match?
I don't know. I think it'd be a weird
That
point to do
is-
a Rhea title switch.
I think the only reason I think they might is because it's so many people in this match.
Yeah, but they're
For it to be a
definitely
fatal
setting up.
five-way,
They're
I
definitely
can
setting up
see
a Rhea Becky
Shayna
thing.
choking out Zoe. And that's the title switch. You have Shayna win.
I tell you, Raquel's definitely not coming out with it
No,
because they've not built her up in any way, which is a shame because I like Raquel.
I've hated her as a champion every time she's held a belt.
Yeah.
She was NXT Women's Champion, and no one can remember anything she's done with that belt.
Nope.
I can't
Think about it.
imagine Stark will come out with it.
Huh? 3 of those
Dana-
5 women have been NXT
Dana would
Women's
make the most sense if it was anybody else other than Rhea to retain. Shayna would make the most sense. I just don't think they're gonna do it because they are building for Becky and Rhea. I think that's your WrestleMania match.
Jade and Rhea. No, seriously. It's weird as that sounds. Jade and Rhea.
Is Jade going straight to main roster?
yes.
Oh,
Is
she
she?
definitely is.
That's
The
okay,
amount
I
of
didn't
money
know
they
if-
spent on her. Fuck that. Fuck the NXT. That's why I said the whole NXT thing of her of Becky dropping the belt to someone in NXT. So when she does feud with Jade, we don't have the confusion of, oh well, they're feuding over the NXT Women's Championship. No,
Right.
it is a Raw feud
Yeah.
that builds off that. So I got Jade versus Rhea for the Women's Championship at WrestleMania.
Hmm.
You have her go on a tear through. Because
Yeah, I
what
mean-
is the Raw Women division right now?
Nia Jax.
Honestly,
I mean, the 5 women in the
Get-
match. That's
get her away from Nia. Jade and Nia should never have a match. I just
No.
don't want that to happen.
Yeah, Nia Jax,
no.
Nikki Cross doing whatever the fuck Nikki Cross is doing right now.
Okay.
having tag matches with Natalia for reasons, I guess.
Why is Natalia still
Paychecks.
working there?
Paycheck, bro.
fuck
Hey, it's
off.
fine.
I
She
give
looks
it
good
her
as
up.
fuck. I watch
Okay,
her do
I
a
don't
match
care.
every week. I don't
And
care.
you know, she has to
Okay,
get
Jayon.
felt up by 7-year-olds all the time. So
Yeah, that's the
you didn't
thing.
see that?
No.
Yeah,
And
she
it was
like
like
she
Tawanda
like
in
hugged a female fan and what she put sunglasses on her or something. She did the Brett thing, and then like as she was hugging the fan, there's like a little kid in front that was like, "Oh my god, hey!" and then just like right on the boob and just
Yeah,
left it there. But that's not the first time that's happened to her.
yeah. Wasn't it like a never mind.
Oh,
Never mind.
that
I'll
poor
stop right
girl.
there.
I like Natalia.
Whatever. Okay,
She
JR.
she never wins, but I like. Yeah, I mean, you know, it is what it is. I don't
JR,
confirm it or
weird.
not.
Look, look. If you can hate Eddie Kingston, I can hate Natalia.
That's fine. I understand why you don't like her.
You can
She
absolutely hate
sucks.
Natalia.
Like everyone would say, like, oh, she was just in the wrong generation. If she was not in the Divas generation, no.
No,
Working at
she
Fox
had a time where
fucking
she was
sucks.
good. It has not been a very long time.
It was a time and place where she was okay for like 2 months.
I liked
Nah.
her.
Years,
I liked her with Beth
Yeah.
when they were doing that. I forget what they were
Divas
calling.
of Doom?
Yes.
No, because the only person you wanted to see was Beth.
I
Well, yeah,
disagree.
but-
No, I disagree with that.
Natalia sucks.
I disagree.
No one's ever went, man, that Natalia feud was something, right? No.
I'm having 50 Cent flashbacks. Nobody ever went, ooh, bars. That's what I thought about when you said that. Like,
Dead ass fucking sucks.
Ooh, bars.
I've cared about Kathy Kelly more than I've cared about Natalia.
hey, I love Kathy Kelly.
I love Kelly Kelly.
I will always love Kathy Kelly more than Natalia anyway.
But Samantha Irvin has my attention more than Natalia ever will.
That's fine. You like Eddie Kingston, so your opinion doesn't really matter. No?
I mean, Samantha Irvin's pretty fantastic too, but that's what's
exactly.
You fucking AEW mark.
Shout out Sky Blue, just because you said that. Sky Blue, better than.
I mean, the fucking Scooby Doo gear was pretty funny.
Random as hell, doing this dark
Yeah.
gimmick.
Yeah,
Rocking Scooby Doo.
she's got the eye makeup, making her look like she's going more into the madness, wearing the fucking Scooby Doo gear. And I'm like,
these two things don't match.
yeah, no.
And then you had in the night off, we had Judgment Day retain the gold for some. This one aggravates me because I don't understand why they. If this is the route, why lose it to begin with?
Are they? I hope they get new belts
For that
soon, 'cause
amazing
that's a
press
rumor.
conference.
It's a good press conference. I will give you
It
that.
was a really good press conference.
I just I don't understand that. And then here's what bugs me is that now you have them kind of one-on-oneing instead of doing anything tag wise between Cody and Jimmy. Or not Jimmy J, sorry. You know, because which I guess he kind of saves him a little bit at the end of it, but like,
but I feel like this builds up more, like giving the tag division more like, hey, we have these teams, let me showcase them first.
yeah.
So when all this blows over, you have DIY, you have Imperium, you have the New Day, all saying we want the gold.
They need to split those titles up.
Yeah,
Apparently
they
there's
got to.
Apparently, there's 2 new designs. Oh,
I'll say.
they're still together. They're
'Cause
still a unified title, but
I
it's
just
2 new
this
designs.
division is suffering with them doing that. And
The Street Profits.
I need
stuff.
those titles on Pretty Deadly.
Yeah. You know what? I'll take that.
I would.
won't.
See, this is again. You get into these weird ways.
That
Come
group,
on, man.
I would rather
Yeah,
watch
boy.
the Brawling Bruce
Nope.
get that fucking title than those two.
Pretty
That
Deadly.
gimmick
Pretty
is just so annoying.
Yeah, boy.
Dang.
They're so annoying, man.
Oh, they're great.
Great.
They're great.
God,
I don't care.
you guys
They're
got
great.
such the weirdest takes. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
That's you, man. It's all you. You don't like Eddie Kingston. You don't like fucking.
I
Bronson Reed,
feel I
Pretty
am
Deadly.
rational in my unliking of Eddie Kingston.
It's not.
So
I like Eddie Kingston. I don't like his ring work. I like
Great
Eddie
guy.
Kingston. Yeah.
Great guy.
I know like 10 Eddie Kingstons back home, but like, you know, That's why he's a great guy.
His gimmick is he's just a guy. That's all it is.
But it's still better than Seth Rollins' gimmick.
I inherently would disagree.
Nah.
At least Seth's is funny. Again, this guy he's the shittiest version of Sylvester Stallone. That's all he is.
Seth's gimmick right now makes no sense as a face, because when he was doing the mind games and the getting under your skin with the laughing and all that stuff, it made sense. But now that he's doing the same gimmick as a face, good guy, yeah, then I'm like, all right.
He's gonna come out to Broken Dreams in Saudi Arabia.
True?
No,
that would be
Seth.
Oh, that would be great. Actually,
No,
like the same way he did the Shield entrance against Roman. Like, I thought that was great. Doing the polka dots against Cody was great. Like,
see, I wish he went full Shield and did the hair.
Oh, just like the blonde
with the blonde streak. Yeah.
Yeah, like extra nail in the coffin, half blonde.
I remember seeing a clip of him in NXT in his like NXT gear. I'm like, oh god, thank God they let him go to the Shield gimmick, because like that gear was not it.
Think about Roman's pre-Shield.
No, I would say all of them besides Dean or John Moxley or whatever the fuck you want to. It was like for Moxley's, it was just kind of a wash. It was for me.
It's just black trunks and boots and
But no, Roman's was. Which, I mean, he's even changed again, though, doing the bloodline thing, because for a while there, he wouldn't do, like, shirtless. It was always the plate carrier look.
Yeah. The bulletproof vest.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Because, I know he was on multiple things where he said he just wasn't comfortable being... Which, I mean, that's bold of him to admit, because I know most guys probably wouldn't admit that in that kind of business. You know, that he just wasn't comfortable being shirtless in that avenue. So I get that. No, but I think just his basic look that he does now, outside of what I think of how the gimmicks turned out, I think he looks good in his gimmick. I do like the tracksuit look he does for like the signings, and he's it's still an intimidating look. Oddly enough,
Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
In tracksuits and Jordans.
Stomp the fuck out of him, and yeah, Raw was good. I just, like I said, the title change is just weird to me. I understand. I'm fine with Judgment Day being champions. I just didn't understand why go through the thing of having them lose them and then win them literally the week after.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
2 weeks.
It wasn't even like, it was 2 weeks because they faced Sammy and Kevin.
Yeah.
Pretend against them. Yep.
But yeah, so I hope they I think it's been a while since we've had. Well, I say that, but fucking Usos were the heel for a long time. But I like the heels having the tag chance a little bit more, because I feel like they do more with them. Sammy and Kevin being a good example of when the faces get them.
Well, they just didn't. They weren't developing the tag scene with
they
them
weren't
as
actually
champs. Like it didn't. That didn't help. If they had the tag division that they're building now, 6 months ago, this wouldn't be the same issue. I mean, they had the one dude from Pretty Deadly was injured, so they couldn't wrestle them. Street Profits were still in the mix of doing the turn. DIY hadn't come back yet because Johnny didn't come back from injury.
Yeah, still have the LWO though.
Yeah, shut up.
Like I said, the tag division just isn't. But yeah, I mean, so hindsight being what it is, there's nothing you can really do about it now. You can't keep the titles on them for months and months and months and then wait finally for people to come back from injury and be like, all right, we got a tag division again.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
NXT, there was only a few things really from that week. You obviously had the Lexus King video, aka why am I blanking on his name?
Brian Pillman Jr.
Brian Pillman Jr. Thank you. You had Chase.
Eventually, I'd like his gimmick to not be "I hate my dad," but
I don't.
You don't get it. I hate my dad.
Yeah. Eventually, he needs more to it, but I understand like the intro to it of like
This is
gotta
why I
make
don't
my
go
own.
by,
Yeah, that's fine.
I will say I thoroughly enjoyed the tag team battle royale into a tag team match.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Yeah, which
Battle Royale.
best name. I pray they keep
Bada
that.
boom.
That
No,
is
they're
the
not.
best
That's
battle
like a
royale name
one-time
I've
thing.
ever heard.
Bada Bing Battle Royal.
Bada bing, bada boom,
Bada
battle
boom,
royale.
Battle Royal.
So many bees, just
Forget about it.
which I actually do like the family. They've grown on me since I've really started watching NXT as a team. It really gives me FBI vibes, but like better
Like less
gimmick or less like
cringy.
yeah,
like
you know,
corny. Like yeah.
just
La Resistance.
God bring back Nunzio, let him be God, what was that? Rene Dupree and who is the other one?
Lance Storm.
Was it Lance Storm?
No.
Wasn't Lance Storm in La Resistance?
No.
Why was I thinking Gingerite for some reason?
Rob Conway was in it for like a hot minute.
That's
and
who I'm thinking of.
What the hell's the other guy's name? The other guy, the really French name. What the fuck was his name? Ah,
We
man.
won't share.
Yeah,
We won't share.
Yeah.
Again, La Resistance. They had a good run though for a while though, didn't they? Like they were actually kind of a serious like.
Okay. You know.
No, because Lance Storm was Canadian, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know.
Sylvain Grenier.
Yeah.
There he is. Yeah, that was the.
The only thing I remember about La Resistance was that one time they tried to burn the American flag and Kane came out.
No, that was the Un-Americans.
Yeah, it was,
that was Lance Storm.
That was Test and Lance Storm.
Why am I
Christian? I think.
Yes. Yeah, it was Test, Lance Storm, and Christian.
I swear it was. I thought it was.
No, it's absolutely the Un-American. Was Edge a part of that, or was that after him and Edge had split?
Edge had, him and
That's
Edge had
crazy.
split.
Yeah, because I remember Kane coming out.
That was when Kane came back from an injury and came back like a son of a like had a huge pop, and the guy from Spain defended the American flag. It was awesome.
Fucking Booker T doing a spin Rudy with a flag. Wait,
Oh,
no,
Lord.
That's the birthday Kane and Rooney.
Kaner. No, the Canaanites is still the funniest Kane bit.
The Canaanites.
The millions and billions. The best part of that is The Rock just going. Canaanites.
Like the fuck is this?
Like what else? He just didn't even just his reaction to it without even saying anything was just all I needed. I'd say that's top 5 backstage just moments for me.
No.
I would say number 1 is Ray eating shit doing pull-ups on the fucking container with newly debuted Cena and Edge.
Where Edge just like fucking lost his shit.
Bro, just it's oh my gosh, that's to me is like the best one.
No, the top one is fucking Stone Cold. What was it? Was it Team WWE or fucking The Authority? Whatever the fuck it was. Where Austin was trying to make Undertaker break character by repeating everything Kurt Angle said.
Oh yeah.
Like he legitimately just
and he's like smacking him on the chest. And
like he's doing everything in his power to just make Undertaker break in that instance.
I tell you who I always thought was really good at, and we're getting off so tated, but I don't care. I'm having a good time. One of the people I always thought did really good at breaking people's character was fucking Santino.
Oh yeah,
because there's the one with John Cena.
Where he just stops,
and he takes a moment, and he tries to recompose himself, and then he couldn't do it, and he just went through with it.
The animal Baptista.
I don't like your attitude, John Cena.
God, he needs to be in the Hall of Fame. I swear, that guy is looking back of it's such a stupid gimmick, but the best version of taking what I could get and just running with it. Oh, the him and Beth Phoenix stuff was always great.
His daughter just had something really funny with
well, 'cause
she's
it-
getting interviewed on NXT and she said
the
something
aunt-
about people believing about the flat earth or whatever, and I was like, oh fuck, this is great. She's gonna be fantastic. I love it.
Well, they did a bit where she was like people that inspired her, and they talk
Oh,
about her
her
aunt.
aunt.
That
Yeah.
Santina was a
Santina.
girl. Santina.
Santina Morella.
She won the WrestleMania Battle Royal.
It's great. I love it. The he made his way into an elimination chamber somehow, and
almost won.
and almost won.
He almost won the Royal Rumble. I
And
remember
the
that.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
And people were going ape shit for it too.
Oh
and
no,
Money in
I
the
still
Bank.
remember the elimination chamber match where people were like losing it for him almost winning.
And he almost beat Danielson.
Yeah, so was it? I couldn't remember if
And
it was
people are
Danielson.
losing their shit.
That's
Yeah.
right when he started the no thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh god. Just a title reign of Santino Marella. What that would have been like.
He only
Although
won
if
the
we
IC
are-
title.
If we are talking
Yeah.
about like some great backstage stuff, The Rock and Hurricane was some of my
It's good
favorite.
too. God, the hurricane. I still remember as a kid that was my
5 foot
favorite my favorite fucking wrestler was Hurricane and Rosie.
Hold on, The Rock's phone's ringing. It's nothing. He says he
This is
knows
no
you.
I've nothing. This nothing threw
No.
you over the top rope.
Thinking about it, one of the best backstage moments is when Booker T broke Vince McMahon on live TV. When he was on the
Oh,
phone
where he
call,
says the
Yeah.
I'm going to play. I'm playing bingo.
Yeah.
And Vince just starts breaking.
And you could see like
Couldn't hold
it was like the most genuine laugh that you've ever seen in your life.
Jesus.
Because he had that like
Bingo.
he smiled and like had to move away to laugh. Like it was so great. Oh man.
I mean, speaking of Booker T and backstage segments,
Oh no. I think I know
With,
the one you're
with
going
Vince
to.
McMahon.
That's
okay, there's
not that,
two.
not that podcast.
Which one? Which one? Which one is worse?
You know the one I'm thinking of.
What? He just won the gold.
No, we're moving on.
What? The New Day did it.
Oh god. And then okay, back to NXT because we're going down a rabbit hole that
Speaking of gold, we're going to black and gold.
oh god.
Tag one.
They're like
You
white
have
and gold now, so-
you have Carmelo
Yeah.
Hayes doing the we're all calling it now doing the big cast Enzo, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, or Triple H, Shawn Michaels, where he obviously takes Trick Williams out, and now they'll probably feud.
because it'll turn out to be Carmelo. They'll have video footage
Yeah.
somewhere.
And then they both joined the Hurt Business.
Yeah.
Get them off. No, oh no, you know what? I almost said something that would be really bad. Just gonna chuck on through. And then he wins triple threat. To no surprise, because they're never gonna let Baron Corbin actually do anything.
Nah.
And then I didn't remember who the other person was. T-Bar. No.
Yeah,
Was it
Dijak,
T-Bar?
yeah.
Dijak.
Dijak. What T-Bar? I know him as T-Bar. It's
Dijak, Corbin, Carmelo. It was supposed to be a four-way, and then he Trick
Trick Williams,
mysteriously got
yeah.
hurt.
Weird.
shocker.
Kind of crazy, man. Like, I don't know who could have done it.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Even after Carmelo said he got all his problems out the way.
Yeah, I know. Well, the
Yeah.
the Halloween Havoc interview, we're like, okay, yeah, you totally just beat the shit out of him. Okay,
Just admit it.
thanks for confirming that for me. And then in the SmackDown, we had LA Knight doing his promo with Paul Heyman, which I thought was a good promo. But I also like Heyman too. So, Jay invading Raw after,
SmackDown.
huh?
SmackDown.
Or, yeah, that's what I meant.
Jay's on Raw.
I wrote it wrong in here. That's why.
You did, yeah.
None of you corrected me. God damn it.
I was gonna see if you were gonna say if you were gonna catch it as you were
You should have
about to say
known
it.
damn well that I wasn't gonna catch that motherfucking thing.
Yeah, it's more fun that way anyway.
Yeah, he invades SmackDown, and there's that whole bit in the back with Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce about them getting fined.
And then thrown out of the building.
And then thrown out of the building, setting up War Games because he said let the games begin, and that's what the internet says.
Yeah.
Because they're never wrong. Logan Paul is there to challenge for the U.S. title because I guess we had nobody else better.
He Dylan dances.
Yeah. Waller in theory being them and not gonna give a shit. I'll say this. I find them more bearable as a tag team than I do as solo acts.
Listen, ever since I sent you that Taylor Swift video about Grayson Waller, I'm an even bigger fan than I was before.
That's true.
Yeah. We're gonna match soon.
I now have to find a way to use the term swamp donkeys.
Swamp donkeys.
Because that was the funniest thing I've ever heard. Some Australian guy calling Taylor Swift fans swamp donkeys. I don't know why it was so funny, but it just...
That was the thing I called out to. I messaged him back like, what the fuck is a swamp donkey?
Next year, we're getting Logan Paul versus Walter for the unified
unified intercontinental title.
Yes. No. What's gonna happen?
They're gonna bring back the Eurocontinental title.
No. Yes. So Logan Paul's gonna win the U.S. title, right?
Yeah.
He's currently teamed up with Dominic, who is the North American title holder. They're gonna have a match to unify that belt, right?
Why?
For no reason other than Logan Paul wants to be world champion, but he doesn't want to challenge for the world title.
The Prime United States Championship.
So it would really just be the North American title.
Yes, exactly. The evolved North American title. Then he's gonna challenge for the Intercontinental.
I'm trying to think, what was the other mid-card title? Wasn't there
European
was it European?
Yeah,
that's why I said the Eurocontinental.
Was that like the?
Because there was like a hot minute with the.
I'm trying to think what that one used to. Was it?
No, it was WWF belt.
I cannot remember what that one looks like.
No, they had a U.S. title.
Yeah,
and a cruiserweight. Yeah,
I know what the European title looks like. It's nice looking.
It's actually a nice title. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not remember it. No, not sorry.
Like it looks like a U.S. It looks like a world championship.
Oh, okay, that's the one I remember. Gotcha.
It kind of reminds me of the NWA.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. With the globe, like the.
I almost feel like they should bring that back just for an extra mid-card title.
Bring it back for a game.
They brought it back in WWE 12.
Yeah, I just feel like we need one more like mid-card title.
No, we don't.
I just feel that we do.
We have the third.
So
NXT.
So maybe you do want to watch it. Maybe you do want to watch more AEW. They have all sorts of titles. So
I don't need a bunch, all of those. But I feel like there is too many singles competitors that aren't being utilized.
Have 53 mid-card titles. If you
I understand that. I'm not ROH saying titles, we need and then 20 million. I just one more and separate the tag titles.
We can add all 17 world champions that they have. It's fantastic.
Bring back the cruiserweight division, but do it like it used to be.
They don't have enough cruiserweights to have a
bullshit. They don't. I guarantee we could find some of these NXT motherfuckers that are never gonna be.
They have Batman. They have the Power Ranger. They have.
Yo, I just hold up. Has anyone seen that video? Like, dude posted a picture of him in black, and Rhea Ripley just replied with
the Black Ranger. Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
R.I.P. Tommy. R.I.P. Jason David Frank.
Yeah.
No, I think. Cruiserweight, you don't have to necessarily make it the same as in the sense of it being all the tiny guys.
That's
I know. I get it. Gotta work with me here, okay? It doesn't also have to. It's the cruiserweight should be the people that are the jobbers.
No,
let them have a title.
We'll just call it the jobber title.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean the world heavyweight title?
Damn.
The consolation belt.
God damn. That's the workers title. That's the show up to work title.
Whatever. Is it bad that I want anybody else to win that fucking belt right now? Please get that shit off stuff. So fucking
okay, let's see here.
I'm just saying, Logan versus Walter for for Logan Paul to die in that ring from
Yeah.
chops. Just the amount of chops.
No,
would be fun to
he'll
watch.
one shot KO him with his metal wrist that he's never actually knocked anybody out with.
I just want that image of Logan Paul red chested like a bitch. And
Kind of sus,
Walter's
bro.
just
I
saying,
don't
fuck it.
know.
Shut up.
And then you had Bianca Belair return after Io Sky retains the championship to assist Charlotte, who she'll absolutely not turn on at any point during the next few months.
I mean, heel group.
Yeah. And then we luckily make our way to the next week. Look, see, we're getting through it. Best person on Raw last week was Akira Tozawa. Love that guy.
He's great.
I don't know what it is. I guess he's like the Santino for me, where it's just God. They give him a job, and he goes, "Yep," just knocks it out of the park every time.
It's not quite as good as the Prince Nana dance, but you know it's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't sort when he drives.
No.
Unlike Jey Uso, but
And Jimmy.
And Jimmy.
and Jeff.
And Jeff.
It's a lot of J's.
And well, yeah, I was gonna say and Matt, but that kind of ruins the J. But
I was gonna say Jeff again.
Jat Riddle.
And
Oh.
and Jeff's brother, because you know that's all he really is anyway.
God damn.
Oh,
Damn. I mean,
This motherfucker
wrong,
came out
but-
and was like, "I'd really like to have a big match with Roman Reigns or Kenny Omega," and everybody's like, "Why?" I'd really like to watch a match between Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega. I don't want to watch a match with you against either one of them.
you know,
Not in the
Matt
year
Hardy-
of our Lord and Savior in 2023, bro. Like that's crazy. Like I
You know, Matt Hardy has had 5 championship matches in AEW in 2023.
yeah, you know, Jeff Jarrett has had more.
Jeff Jarrett is actually entertaining.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
Wait.
it's just a weird.
See, I was a Matt fan growing up. I have not watched Matt Hardy, I think, since he went to AEW.
You
He
like
almost
him.
Died?
You like him more that way if you don't watch him since he's
Oh,
went to
yeah.
AEW. Yeah.
Because
No,
I
watch
liked
the
his
match-
run in TNA for a bit. I thought he was fine with him, but once again, he was Jeff's brother. You know.
No, watch the match between him and Sammy Guevara. It was like a fall count.
Honestly, because I remember seeing like when
That was such
AEW
a
started being
brutal match.
televised, and like he looked in good shape and looked like he was, you know, I just never saw anything with him.
And then he almost died.
Really,
Yeah, no, it literally almost. Yeah,
shit.
Yeah, there was a spot like high. It was
it's like off a like a not a scaffold. It wasn't
It
a.
was a scaffold. I thought
It was okay.
It was something dumb, where he was gonna fall to a table and then get pinned. But they did it
Sounds
they did it
familiar.
outside the ring, and his head bounced
Like
off
in the back.
ground.
Jesus.
And it was like on concrete. His head, he went head first, like not head first. He went body first, but his head
Yeah.
definitely
It was
hit
like a
first.
Spanish
Yeah.
fly or some dumb shit like that.
Yeah, it was.
And then
Just,
he continued the match. It was like he was like visibly concussed.
yes.
I like his wife on TikTok. She's pretty funny. Their house is crazy. I don't know if you've ever seen
Yeah.
anything where it's like a
No
Willy Wonka
collection.
fucking factory, bro.
I did just see the video of Jeff and Matt wearing do-rags trying to grade New York food from with Isaiah Cassidy and shit.
Yeah.
Jeez. I hope Jeff's getting his shit together. I generally like the guy, but
Well,
you know.
he will get fired if anything happens again.
Well, where am I at here? Oh,
But
Rhodes
it was a
calls
3
out.
strikes and you're out rule. Like 3 physical strikes. You have to strike 3 people and then you're out. I
Ugh.
thought that was the rule.
Shut up. When he takes that mask off.
It'll be the greatest swerve ever. It'll be the I
It will.
swear to God. If it happens, it'll be the greatest thing that ever happened.
The greatest trick ever pulled.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Was convincing the world that Tony Khan feared for his life and fired him.
Oh,
Now who's working himself into a shoot?
Jesus Christ.
Me.
Y'all are too much.
Much love, HH.
I think this is the most
That's
we've
what
talked about
happens when
AEW
you
on this
wrestle
podcast.
400 days a year, bro. Like that's crazy.
Hey, you know
Well, you're
what?
not counting
I
Japan.
can't help that Elvis Presley was the biggest fan.
Yo,
Even after he died, he was still watching every night.
If it
The
wasn't for
amount
Elvis Presley, there would be no Hulkamania.
the amount of ghost stories that Hulk Hogan inadvertently creates.
Fucking
was
Hulk Hogan must have been a fucking medium too. That was the amount of ghosts he was talking to.
Who was he? Who did he party with after WrestleMania 2? That was dead.
Um,
I like how y'all said, "Oh man, the perfect, like perfectly synced."
I know there was the Elvis Presley thing where he was 100% dead. Wasn't there a president or something?
Probably.
No, it was a musician. I can't, or an actor, and I can't remember
wa-
who the fuck it was.
Let's see. So look at the lives of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, I can't remember offhand who it was.
Let's see.
I just remember them doing the Elvis Presley one.
John Belushi
John Belushi. Yep, there it is.
Yeah.
in '86.
When he died in '82.
Yeah, 4 years
The
ago.
ghost of John Belushi. Jesus Christ.
The fact that he killed Andre the Giant from slamming him.
Yes. Because he
He
died
also
3
said-
days later or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
And some shit.
Was that really the time frame of that? Like he had
No,
that?
No.
I was
He
like,
died years
I was
later.
like, what? That years after?
The fact that Hulk Hogan is bold enough to say that, like, and go on record for saying that is fucking amazing.
Like the
Well,
internet doesn't exist to fact check these things.
Well, here's
Like, I
here's
don't
the
Like,
funny
legit,
thing though.
Like, not even the internet, just the fact that we know for a fact he wrestled you after that night. So
Yeah.
It's
we
just
were-
the weird thing
people were
is
there.
he has enough accomplishments that he doesn't need to lie.
But it's funnier. if
It
he
is. I
does.
just think it's so
It's-
weird.
It's amazing that he does lie because no, he's arguably like the biggest wrestling thing in
Liar.
the world, but he's also the biggest fucking full of shit human being that could.
He fought Pride fighters in the '70s.
Oh god.
Even though Pride
And you know
Fighters
what's
started in
you know
97.
what's sad is he
20
actually
years.
had really good Japanese matches. Like
Yeah.
he actually like wrestled well in Japan.
Yeah, it's like
And-
200 of his 400 were in Japan.
Yeah.
Oh,
You count
God.
the time differences and shit. Yeah, it makes sense.
Wait, he claimed to discover Kevin Owens?
Nah.
What the fuck is wrong?
I thought that one was true though. That like he was not that he discovered him, but like Hulk had made See, I always thought that one was true. That Hulk had helped bring him to.
Discovered Kevin Owens. You know, not Kevin busting his ass in the Indies.
Well, I'm
No.
not saying that's not part of it, but
No, that was the quote. I was
gotcha.
reading.
Because I remember hearing something similar that like between that and like I guess Hulk seeing it as well and bringing it to somebody's attention. You know, I don't know. We're off tangent.
Yeah.
You had Rhodes and Priest for Crown Jewel for some reason because they needed another match. And then they take out his leg because Cody just never cannot be injured in his pre-fights.
Adversity.
I guess, yeah.
Adversity.
Rhea trying to recruit Seth, failing. Although, you know, I wouldn't hate that.
No. Him in that
Um,
fucking purple and shit? No. The amount of the
Well, I
outfits
mean,
would get
yeah.
annoying after the first week.
I just mean more of as like a lead heel. Because they're not gonna do shit with Finn. As far as like having him lead a group and
No, it would be Priest if anything.
No, it's the llama. Have y'all not seen? The llama is the leader of the Judgment Day.
Becky retains against I can't remember her name.
Andy Hartwell.
There you go.
And
Was
the
it
wrestling-
was a decent match. It ended up the way I thought it was going to as far as the finish for it. The women signing the contract and then having an all-out brawl where I think it was Zoe Stark was the last person standing. I think I can't remember.
Yeah, something like that.
It was Stark or Rhea, I can't remember. Kingston and them beating Alpha Academy because I guess now that he's lost, they're just gonna dump the Alpha Academy, which is a waste.
No, they're definitely gonna revamp that back into Gable going for Gunther.
Think so?
Eventually.
I say I'm curious because it just seems like now that he's lost, that they've lost like every week.
No, they'll do the same thing they do with a lot of guys. Like, you know, there was like a running theme for a while. Like the guys who held the Money in the Bank would like lose a shit ton. Like Daniel Bryan lost a fuck ton before he cashed in.
yeah.
So it's just gonna be one of those things where it's like, oh shit. They'll build them back up.
You had Nikki Cross tripping on whatever she was tripping on during that match, and Natalia getting squashed. No pun intended. That match was kind of boring. Mainly because yeah, well, true. I won't deny that fact. I still like seeing her just because I like seeing her.
Yeah.
And that's all I need. And Sammy doing what I expected Sammy to do in this match. He lost. I kind of figured they were going to have Drew lose prior to a pay-per-view coming up. When is that pay-per-view this week? This weekend?
This coming Saturday.
Weekend.
Saturday. And it's weird because it's not an evening one. It's like a middle of the day.
1 in the afternoon. Yeah. Well, because they're going to be in Saudi. So
yeah.
It's going to be.
So the time zones is weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if what I got.
Weird.
Ricochet attacking Logan and Dom Dom. I guess he's gonna fight Ray and Ricochet.
No, it's just because now they have this ongoing beef.
Yeah, well, yeah, because his wife's the ring announcer or fiance. Is he married to her or is
fiance.
It okay?
Fiance, yeah.
But yeah, it was a pretty uneventful Raw, especially. At least it wasn't bad. It just the matches seemed kind of lackluster to me. And then I struggled to watch Halloween Havoc because like only 2 of the matches were worth a damn to me.
I get it. You hate women's wrestling.
That is 100% how it seems. It really isn't that. Honestly, so here, and we were talking about this before we started. My issue with the first one wasn't the women. I thought they put on a okay show. It was the playground gimmick that I just thought was stupid. Like, I think just let it be a DQ match or some shit. I could do without the swing set in the background that she rips off and uses like the thing from Star Trek. Just to fucking do nothing with it. I did like the finish. With like the gimmicky bricks in the fucking purse. Like this is a 1990 cartoon.
Didn't Maurice do that for a while?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't that her gimmick?
Yeah.
Of having a brick in the purse.
Goldust did that too for a while.
So yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Was there somebody else that wasn't a female that used to do it?
The brick in the purse.
Yeah. The light out match I just didn't like, and I didn't. So we talked about this oddly with like selling that table spot in the MJF match. The table spot in that match where she really oversells and is like she like was split in half by the damn table was a little rough. But the Lexus King debut was good. I thought he did pretty well.
I like his entrance.
I do too. The
fucking chair comes out.
The fucking that was awesome.
And then you had, oddly enough, very surprising. Well, at least I was surprised by this. I didn't think they were gonna do this. You had Chase U become the new NXT World Tag Team Champ, or is it just NXT Tag Team Champion?
Yeah, I don't think they use the world.
No, I think it's just NXT champ, like tag team champs.
I did not expect them to drop the titles here. Although I haven't watched much of Chase U, I do like the gimmicky stomp and cheer. Or like, give me a C, you know. I was like, you know what? It's stupid, but it's enjoyably stupid.
Right.
It only works because they have plants in the fucking audience.
Oh yeah, the student section.
Yeah.
Or
Because that wouldn't get over that well if it wasn't for the giant amount of plants
hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know.
going along.
My issue with Havoc, and I was telling Olas this, is like I think 2 or 3 of the matches ended in roll-up pins. And I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but I feel like for a special like that, I don't want almost every match to end in a roll-up. Like hit a finisher or something, or
Well,
hit a big
if you're
moment.
not counting Roxanne's sunset flip.
Yeah, now that I know that that's her,
Like-
like her thing, that's yeah, I guess it would be 2 then. But still, like I feel like that's
'Cause I
the
think
fact-
Zelina does like the same thing, doesn't she?
Yeah.
something
Or like
that,
something
yeah.
similar.
When she doesn't hit people with her shoe.
The chancla? No.
Chunkla. I thought Chase, you winning the titles via a roll up was kind of lackluster. I do wish the ending had been a little better.
Yeah.
And what was the other match that ended in a roll up? It was Becky. That's right. Becky Lynch's. She beats her in a roll up.
Great title reign.
Yeah, all of a month.
Listen, it was short, but she made the most of it.
Yeah. And
She-
Xia Li will never get that match.
Jesus.
Unless they do it versus Lyra.
All
but-
that
But like I said, it was okay. I didn't get to watch last year's Halloween Havoc. Apologies, I'm getting a cough spell. But I'm surprised. Is the Carmelo Dragunov gonna be this week then?
Yes.
I suppose so.
Okay, because they're doing that part 1, part 2, with it part 2 being on Halloween.
Yep.
I still think they could have just done the one and cut a few of those matches,
No, because they wanted to get all the women matches.
or just make it a longer episode.
They have to run that by you.
Yeah, no, I that's true.
It's what total women match was like 50 minutes
Yeah, sounds about right.
with SmackDown this week having the lowest with 4 minutes.
Oh, that's yeah, I guess that's true. I didn't have a lot as far as. And then speaking of SmackDown, you had the signing, which I enjoyed. I know, like you said, I liked the table flip into him.
He threw that suffer and succotash back at him.
What is
Yeah.
I for the life of me cannot remember what that's a reference to.
Oh, it's an old Roman promo where he said "suffer and succotash."
Son.
Okay.
Yeah, he fucking hated it. Everyone admits that it was fucking corny, and it's like it's just something that only people remember.
Let's say I heard. I'm like, I know that's supposed to mean something, but I in my head cannot remember what that's a reference to.
This was like prime Roman being pushed to
This
an
was-
annoying level.
This was like Roman on his own for the first time.
Gotcha.
Super white meat baby face,
Yeah.
cutting a promo.
Which I do like
And-
that dynamic they use, where it's like that kind of, LA Knight's first time, but it still only took him one try as opposed to it taking you,
First
It's
time.
like the fact that LA Knight has been
everything.
referencing like random bits and pieces from other people. Like last week when he was when he was in the ring with Cena, he references Cena's theme music.
Yeah.
Like he just drops a small quote.
Talking like
yeah.
that's gonna get you referred to in the past
Cena's
tense.
face,
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
No, I mean, but see, I think that's a credit to him, because that's being able to that's somebody that has studied the game to me, and understand, like, knows what to pick on when he does these. Because I mean, there's no way these are not somewhat ad-libbed. Like, he's not coming off the cuff with this or at least prepping it for an ad-lib style. It's not creative writing this, because I've seen what creative looks like when they write the shit for the show.
Yeah.
And then you had he hadn't put Jimmy through the table because there's no way they'd let him put Reigns through the table.
Shout out
Although
to Jimmy for taking the same bump Naomi took, Trinity took.
Oh yeah, it's true. And Jesus, that's pretty impressive. What we got? I'm struggling.
Daytona.
Santo Escobar losing again because Carlito had to go check on Rey Mysterio after he got one shot
Yeah.
punched by Logan Paul, because that's the gimmick Logan Paul does, is that he knocks everybody out even though he has no
fucking
knockouts.
Sucks.
God, that
Carlito
match is.
sucks. He's always been a bad friend this entire time.
What do you
Yep.
mean Carlito
Can't tell me
sucks?
otherwise.
Carlito's
He's been a
awesome.
bad
No,
friend.
he's also, but from the moment he was called into the NWO,
Oh, yeah.
LWO, he's been a fucky sucky friend.
Hey, he's just trying to go check on his guy back there, you know?
I guess.
You had the Brawling Brutes do their bar fight, which I know I shit on them earlier, but I actually enjoyed that bit.
Yeah,
No
boy.
doubt.
I'm not saying I like them. I just liked that in particular
You should.
moment with them. But that's I like I know the entirety of that. I go, God damn, who has that many limes on their drink?
It's pretty bad.
Solo attacking Cena for the 17th time, because I guess that's the match for. Have they confirmed that him? It's him
Yes.
and okay.
Him and Solo.
It's confirmed.
I hope Cena wins just so we can have that moment of him breaking the 2,000-day streak of not winning. I don't think he will, although I don't feel like they're really doing much with Solo either at the moment. Solo is kind of hard for me to take seriously as like this enforcer when I feel like half the time he loses. Or like
Yeah,
gets
that's
his
why it
ass
would
handed
make
to
more
him.
sense for him to win this.
No,
match.
and it's I get why, like him winning. It's weird. I feel like Solo could be pretty good.
Especially because they keep teasing tension with him and Roman, and
Yeah.
so
You have Jimmy's backstage thing with Roman where they just shit on all the football teams. Or well, not all, mainly mine. Bitches.
Green Bay, yeah.
But yeah, Jimmy's little back and forth with him back there was pretty funny. You know, I'm on the injured list. I can't. What?
I can't do anything. I'm off the injured list. I could do something. Oh man.
And then, yeah, we talked about this earlier with Knight obviously beating Jimmy, and then Roman selling the shit out of that BFT.
Yep.
Which I'll give him. I know that guy's getting a lot of shit right now just because of the booking. I appreciate somebody that is a champion that still sells. At least he may not do it which I feel like he
No,
doesn't really.
he sells.
Does he sell pretty well in the pay-per-views? I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember.
He sells.
Like, he sells well.
He sells for everybody. He makes everybody look great.
Gotcha.
Like
But-
he's like Brock Lesnar with selling. When he wants to sell, he will sell.
yeah.
Sell his ass off. Yep. I mean,
I'm just curious when they're going to end this reign and what they'll do with him afterwards.
it'll be Cody.
Well, do you think
It'll be Cody at WrestleMania.
Do you think it'll be an end of the sunset kind of like he'll be
No.
done?
No.
I hope not, but no, probably not.
Because I just feel like after not having him a championship, I don't know. It's part of
He
it's because
dips off for a little bit.
we're doing the Brock Lesnar thing again, but just with a different person
Yeah.
that I
think
don't inherently like. But I guess
we have crazy Roman just spearing everybody.
I'd be about that. Just like a Goldberg Roman Reigns where he just everybody's on the list kind of thing. And
Yeah.
I'd
He doesn't even go
be
for belts,
about
he just
that.
spears people.
I would liken that to like a Stone Cold kind of thing when Austin would just be in a shit mood and just stun whoever was near him.
Oh, yeah. Or Shawn
Anybody-
Michaels sweet chin
Good
music
guy,
and
bad
Sting.
guy, everybody can get one.
Yeah, everybody's just getting either Superman punches or spears.
Yeah, if you're backstage, he's hitting you with a Superman punch because he's not going to spear you backstage. But if he finds you in the ring, you're getting that.
Like
ass
imagine
drop.
like someone doing that. Fucking Santos doing an interview. Boom, Superman punch.
Just out of nowhere.
He doesn't even say anything. He just looks into the camera and then walks off. Then you just see Paul Heyman scurry
waddling
shot,
behind him
like-
like the fucking penguin.
with the phone like
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean that's kind of my thing is
Yes,
I,
my
I
tribal chief.
it'll be Cody Rhodes. I'm curious what they will do with Reigns after that happens once he's lost the title and what
It'll probably split the whole bloodline.
Yeah.
That'll kill the bloodline. Like Solo will break off, Jimmy and Jay and all that. Like everything will be done.
Because that's the funny thing. As much as I'm kind of over the bloodline thing, I enjoyed it when it started, and I'm curious what they'll do with him after like the bloodline storyline. As far as single combat, well, for all I know, they'll bring the Shield back. You know, we'll bring Moxley back over.
Yeah, no.
Uh,
There's not enough money in the world. Because he's already said it. It wasn't the money. Because they offered him a shit ton of money. He just said, fuck it.
yeah, I mean that's what's gotta view what's important to you. You know,
I mean,
bleeding every week.
he might have to look at his brain a little bit for see if he wants to stay there or not.
I mean,
Get
they have
chopped on his head
everybody.
a
They have
few
Ric
months.
Flair.
I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. I think especially now since their merger and having some dramatic changes from when he was there.
It'll always be a never say never kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
You can't, for all the people that were never gonna come back and then did, for all like it
Yeah, that's very true. And then so to end the night, we'll talk about because there's been a bunch of releases, so you all have gotten to fucking participate in one of them. You fast.
The best game of 2023. No, I'm
So a
kidding.
few things that have come out.
game of the year.
You had Spider-Man 2 come
Well,
out.
it's definitely Elden Ring,
When did
no,
Spider-Man 2
Baldur's
come
Gate.
out?
I was
2
gonna say
weeks ago?
Baldur's
2 weeks
Gate,
ago?
probably.
Baldur's
Yeah.
Gate is game of the year.
No, I don't think so.
The
I think
20th.
Spider-Man will.
No,
No, I
Baldur's
don't
Gate.
think Spider-Man.
Baldur's Gate's definitely. It's the same thing with what was it? Elden Ring and God of War. Everyone wanted God of War to win, but since it was
Elden
so close to the end of the year, Elden Ring still won.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing. It came out on the 20th, so it's
Okay.
been
So it's been
2
10
weeks.
days.
10 days. That came out. You had Assassin's Creed Mirage come out to decent
played it yet.
reviews. And then as far as any other
You're
games,
playing that soon.
yeah, I'll be playing. So not this week, but next week I will be starting that. This week starts the campaign early access for Modern Warfare 3. I will also be playing that. Fuck you. I don't want to hear it.
Gotta get that $70 DLC, baby.
Yeah, I'm dreading it. $50.
Hey,
and it's
that
coming
game
from
that
Twitch.
wasn't supposed to come out for another year came out real early. What's that? So weird. I thought Modern Warfare 2 was gonna be a 2-year game.
Hey, all right.
Weird.
you
It was
know-
only a 1-year game.
You know what? I didn't say my company was perfect.
Call of Duty is the new 2K.
How
Well,
fucking
yeah.
dare you? How
Yeah.
fucking
It
dare you?
is. What's
It
the
is.
point of buying a game?
But we don't need to
if
talk
it's
about
gonna
it,
be
okay?
dead?
It is what it is.
They're gonna kill it every year, so it's like, why?
I stand
gonna
by it.
o-
I stand
they're
by
gonna
it like I do
Overwatch
every
2
year.
Just put another number in
Just-
front of
yeah.
this curve.
I mean, in all fairness, 2 companies have done that now. Overwatch
It's a
2
different
did it,
map.
and CS:GO did it too.
Hey, I got different maps, and I got this one feature that I had 4 years ago. I'm super pumped they brought it back.
I know everybody's
Totally
like,
worth my $130 and my 700 gig download and my fucking
Battle Pass.
day 1 patch and my day 3 patch and my day 6 patch and my fucking
wait,
another
wait,
50 gigs
wait,
of shit.
I'm feeling a bit
You can play
attacked.
as Spawn. You
Uh,
can play as Spawn now.
Oh yeah, that's great.
Hey,
You can
it's a
play
cool
as
it's a
fucking-
cool battle pass. All right, fuck you.
I mean, it was really cool that they added Fortnite.
I'm
skins to the
able to
game.
shut up. I'm able to play a Skeletor, and that's all I need. Okay, it made me
Look, I
feel
heard you.
better.
I heard you can play as the guy from Fortnite.
Which one?
Everyone.
Yes.
But that's the story. At least is good. I do enjoy the story, so I'm excited to play that. I hope it'll be good. As far as the multiplayer, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. And then movie wise, for our horror fans, which I will be watching tomorrow. Five Nights at Freddy's, the movie came out. I've not heard much about it, which could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing.
I've heard a lot about it.
I'm going in with such a negative expectation that I guarantee it'll be good no matter how bad it is.
No. I just want you to know, this is a horror movie made for kids.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, well,
That's that's where you're going in with it.
I just want to live my Markiplier life. All right, that's all. That's
He's
all
not
I
in the
want.
game. He's
I
not in
know.
the
It's.
movie.
I know he's not. But
Which is funny because he wanted to be, but
it's because he's making his own movie.
Yeah, scheduling.
Iron Lungs or something. I think is what it's called. I don't think is there anything else that's came out or coming out that I'm overlooking.
If you want to watch a good horror movie, talk to me.
I don't know. I didn't see.
Talk to me is a great horror movie.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else that's come out or is coming out that I'm overlooking.
Play Spider-Man 2. Get a
Yeah,
PS5.
Oh, okay, yeah. So let's
yes.
to the
Spider-Man 2.
to the two of you, because I haven't fucking played it because I don't own a PS5.
I'm only like 2 hours in. Yeah.
And I am 93% done with the game.
This guy, Jesus Christ.
Unlocked two achievements that I hated to do.
I'm only 2 hours in, but I already love it.
Give me a best and worst. That's the best thing about it so far.
I really enjoy the fact that they fight together. It's only 2 hours in, but I really enjoy that I thought that was together, cool too. And you can like switch between them. I thought that's awesome. For me as a New Yorker, the map bothers me a little bit.
How so?
I can the boroughs are flipped.
They're kind of swapped around.
So Queens is up top and Brooklyn is below it. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Oh, it seems like a very.
And where Queens is on the map is like across from Harlem, which is technically where the Bronx is supposed to be.
Is it like that in the first one?
No, well, Queens and Brooklyn aren't a part of the first one.
Oh, okay.
It's literally just Manhattan.
So they've made a bigger map as well.
Yeah, they've added to the map.
Gotcha.
They made their own version of New York.
Yes.
By changing the boroughs.
That's really my biggest complaint. That's really it. But that's such a whatever complaint.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Starfield fans aren't gonna like that. That's my only complaint, but that is what it is.
Have you seen the TikTok where they try to compare Starfield and Spider-Man 2? It's like, okay, hold on. We're gonna act like this game wasn't a trash show on launch. I go, calm down. This isn't even the same.
That's the problem when we get into the tribalism of things, because people are looking for Spider-Man to be a shit game because Starfield had such a poor launch.
Yeah.
But again, if you know anything about Bethesda games, they always have a really shitty launch in terms of how buggy it is and how glitchy it is. And because Spider-Man had a glitch here or an issue here. Oh, the other issue that I think they already patched it was the Cuban flag. The Cuban flag instead of the Puerto Rican flag.
They're planning on fixing that.
Oh, they didn't fix it yet. Yeah. Okay. I didn't get to that point.
What they mixed
it's
the flags
literally
up?
just it's a color swap. That's literally all it is.
There's a scene where Miles is in his house and he's passing by what's supposed to be the
Puerto Rican flag, but it's a Cuban flag.
Gotcha.
Because they're opposite colors. It's the blue is where the red is supposed to be, and the red is where the blue is supposed to be. Essentially.
So it's a blue triangle in red stripes, whereas
the Puerto Rican flag is a blue triangle. No, the Puerto Rican flag is a blue triangle with red stripes, and the Cuban flag is a red triangle with blue stripes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So they swapped
with
it,
one star in it.
Yeah. Bad.
Okay, Porta.
So those are the biggest complaints so far. I mean, you've played it way more than I have because I saved it for streaming.
Yeah. I'm not a streamer yet. Maybe no one. Probably not. Favorite parts of the game, story-wise, it's great. They do slow down the pace sometimes to give you those nice moments where you can just do some random BS where you're just playing with the controller. I like those subtle moments where I don't want to explain things, but
it's just do the best you can without giving
spoilers. Basically, it's like one of those times where you can actually use the controller, saying, "Hey, can you tilt the controller up or down?" It's just dumb, fun moments before shit just goes off the rail. Yeah. Story-wise, it's actually great. Kind of rushing at the end. It's whatever. Not the biggest fucking complaint in the world. Voice acting, great. Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker
always
really nails out the part,
yeah.
especially during the end.
I equate him to like the Batman of like this era as far as like
I
voice
would be
acting.
fine with him voicing Spider-Man until he can no longer voice Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think he
Complaints,
does
though.
such a phenomenal job. Complaints. How are those MJ missions?
Not.
It was the
not
first
bad.
fucking
Okay.
joke I made. It was the
That's-
first joke I made.
That's what I heard.
Funny-
So
I
I made
heard
that
they're
joke because
rough.
I heard they were really good. No, the
Funny
first
enough.
one was really rough.
Yeah, because they're
Okay.
like slow and methodical. They really did listen and go, "Fuck this shit. We're not
And-
making an hour-long MJ mission."
I heard they made her OP.
Give her again this time.
Kind of.
Yeah.
There is a moment where I literally thought, "What game am I playing for?"
Is this
Like,
GTA? What the fuck?
am I playing?
Oh,
Call
I
of
already-
Duty real quick?
I already had my GTA moment where I was pedaling the bike.
Oh, yeah.
Forgot about that. CJ.
Yeah.
But complaints though, as much as I love the new system, I hate the fact that they took away gadgets. They took
Oh,
away the
really?
Oh,
they took away the suit powers and the gadgets.
Yeah,
and
unless you were
limited to,
talking
like,
about
4.
this in stream, weren't you? Or
that was a big complaint I heard with people was that when you because in the first game when you unlocked the
Yeah.
new suits, it came with a new power.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong, I used the same power throughout the entire game when he
exactly.
spun in a circle and shot the webs.
original one.
That was
oh, sorry, the
used
one
that
I used.
all the time because it was such a good way to get a cluster of fucking guys out of the way. But yeah, so the new suits, like if you unlock a new suit, it doesn't
Here's
give you like a special power or gadget or
only,
anything.
The only thing that really unlocks from suits is if you unlock a movie suit. It does from Into the Spider-Verse specifically, or any of those movies. It does change the frames per second of your character to 30, which is weird, but they did it with the first game because they had a suit power for it. So
Yeah.
if you're playing as Miles from Into the Spider-Verse, you can play at 30 FPS.
Hmm.
Well,
Didn't
just
they
your-
have
just your
in the first
character.
one? They had the like cartoonish one for Peter in the
Yeah.
first one,
You can
and that
turn
it did the same thing, kind of like.
Yeah, but you can turn that is a feature in the game. Once you unlock one of the suits, you can turn that on or off. So it's naturally on, but you have the option to turn it off in the menu, which is nice. There are certain the traversal is better, especially with the web wings, bar one specific type of mission. But as much as I love the Arkham Knight with God of War type combat system, the parry system does not always work as well as it should.
I don't love that yet, but again, I'm fresh into it. With
It
a
is something you
new,
have to get
Is
used
it
to.
different
Yeah.
than how they fight in the first one?
so
Yes.
it there was no parry feature in the like
It's dodge. It's literally
it was
just
you
dodge.
literally
Is that
just
what it
dodged
is?
in the first
Okay.
one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you have the dodge attacks, you have the unblockable attacks where you have to jump or parry. But the thing is that distracts me because sometimes I'm not really paying attention, and the way they do it is it'll flash yellow and then it'll flash red.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you think red in the game Spider-Man, if you play both Miles Morales and Spider-Man 1, when you say red, you're pressing the dodge button
Perfect dodge. Right.
instinctively.
Yep.
And it's so many times that I've died or got caught up in some
I was gonna
bullshit
say that's
because
already
I'm
fucked me
hitting-
like 3
I'm
times.
hitting the circle and it just pushes me down the street. So again, I tried playing. I played mostly like the first half of the game in the hardest difficulty, and because of a certain mission of a boss fight, I couldn't do it because the parry system was that. The parry system was annoying me to that point. It might be a skill issue, maybe.
Skill diff.
Yeah, probably. But other than that, I give the game a solid 4 out of 5.
Okay.
Hopefully the DLC. Hopefully they do a lot of more DLC because in-game content is lacking because they didn't want to clutter the entire map with like random quests and stuff like that.
I was like, because I remember Spider-Man 1 had some pretty good DLCs as far as story continuation.
Exactly. But big complaint: suits. Fucking hate movie suits taking up a lot of space. I don't know who decided what suits came from the other games, but they need to be fired. Stuff like the programmable matter suit, that gray one that Miles has in his game, didn't need to come over. It's an ugly suit. The strike suit didn't need to come over. The Crimson Cow didn't need to come over.
I saw one that Olaf, when he was streaming, was like a Scarlet Spider, like the. When I say Scarlet Spider, I mean the hoodie Scarlet Spider.
Yeah, they did the Mark II version of the Scarlet Spider.
Where it has like the hood and the cowl.
And it has the mouth. It's
yeah.
Weird. It's such a weird outfit. But costumes like that, I'm perfectly okay with. But there were a lot of costumes that were like, this is an odd choice. For the suits that you have in this game, in the previous games, you pick this one.
Do they bring back Bombastic Bagman? That's all I need to know.
Kind of. No. They never had it.
Yeah, they did.
No, they didn't.
It was in the first one.
The Bagman suit was never in the first one. No, because it doesn't have the kick me sign, doesn't it?
It's it's absolutely in there.
Yeah, okay. I'm going.
I was like, because I remember like playing as it for a bit because I just thought it was funny.
Because I remember the future. Oh yeah, it is. I remember the future Foundation suit. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which I have a coworker that complains that suit's not in there.
Is that the white and black?
Yep. And I'm like, every time he says that, I don't want to spoil it. But like, there's a reason why that suit's not in there.
I have.
There's a pretty good reason why that suit of all suits isn't in that game. But yeah, that's again.
Okay. Well,
I recommend everyone.
I mean, I was gonna get it regardless. I just was curious. 2 weeks in, if you all had opinions, which I know you're only there. You are, 2 hours in, but
yeah.
Transition for that. This guy right here, this one right here with the beard, he is streaming again. So I will link his stuff.
I don't know.
In the description. Go check him out if you haven't. You're not followed to him. He puts out some pretty mediocre content, but he's at least funny.
I'm like semi-funny with semi-decent content. Yeah.
Or the bearded duo gonna try and throw out some content, whether it be here or on the streaming platforms. So keep an eye out for that. Even though he thinks I'm avoiding him, I'm not.
I'm like, hey man,
this guy's asked me to hang out like 3 times, and I always have something going on every time he messages me.
Motherfucker.
Well, it was bad. So yesterday I was gonna hang out, and then so my best friend Sprig, who I know in real life as well, we were gonna do a game night with them, and I'm thinking like 8:30, 9 o'clock. Maybe if I can go over at almost 11 o'clock. Because that's how I was like, okay, like 8 or 9, 10, we'll be done by like 11, 12, and then probably about the time like you and Raven would get on and we'll play like Baldur's Gate or some shit. I didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And I didn't wake up today till 11 o'clock.
Oof.
So yeah, but that is where we will be ending tonight, gentlemen. As always, it is a pleasure to get together and talk about wrestling and your bad AEW Eddie Kingston opinions. We will be back 100% next Sunday. No excuses. I think, unless what, you got something, Porto? You had a laugh, so I assumed you were about to cancel on me as I'm doing this.
No, never.
We'll be back same time, same place, same group of idiots. As always, have a good one, and we will catch you in the next episode.